गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अध्याय 2 मंत्र 16। एषः देवः प्रदिशोऽनु सर्वाः पूर्वोह जातः सवुगर्भे अन्तः स एव जातः स जनिष्यमाणः प्रत्यञ्जनास्तिष्ठति सर्वतोमुखः। The all-pervasiveness of Atma. Atma is all-pervasive. We have been hearing this right from the beginning. But what does it signify? In what way it is meaningful to us? In fact, Vedanta Shastra does not talk about anything that is not meaningful to us. But sometimes we fail to understand how it is related to our life, how it is related to our being. Because what we are interested is moksha. We are interested in moksha as the students of Vedanta. Moksha is Paramapurushartha, the ultimate goal. When we say moksha is the ultimate goal, we should understand what we mean. Is it that we should impose moksha on everyone? You should accept moksha. Does it mean we have to impose moksha? We cannot impose moksha. Moksha is not meant for imposing on anybody. And the Shastra also does not impose moksha. That is why in the same Shastra, 4 Purusharthas are talked about. And even the means are given to accomplish other 3 Purusharthas. For example, if you want wealth, there are mantras, there are yajnas, homas, prayers, even to get wealth, artha. So The Veda does not say everyone has to immediately choose moksha. It is not true. There are various goals. Then what does it mean when we say moksha is parama purushartha? Moksha is the ultimate goal. If moksha is the ultimate goal, after getting moksha, there is nothing more to seek, nothing further to seek. In a building, there are many multi-story buildings. Even now the apartments are nowadays multi-story. Somebody lives in 32nd floor, 52nd floor. It is coming to India also, Bombay, even in Bangalore it is starting. In the multi-story building, what is the top floor? Top floor means after that there is no floor. Somebody calls you to the top floor, come to the top floor. He is not telling you the number. What is the number? Come to the top floor. And you enter the lift. Which button will you press? The last button. If it has 57 stories, you will press the 57th button. Likewise, among various purusharthas, among various goals, moksha is the ultimate goal. Means there is no further goal. It has to be the culmination of all our aspirations, culmination of all our seekings. And you arrive at the culmination when you have found absolute fulfillment. When you have accomplished the absolute fulfillment, you will not seek anything more. That is why Bhagavad Gita describes moksha with an apt example. Yavanartha udapane sarvatas samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha. Suppose there is drought in a village. For many years there was no rain. Then what do the people do? The people take buckets and pots and walk a few kilometers away, 7 kilometers, 8 kilometers, to fetch water. After 7 or 8 kilometers, they find a small body of water, a small well where there is water deep down. So they will pull water and walk again, carrying water, one here, two here. That is how they used to return. So it was the plight of many villages, and to some extent the problem is not solved even today. So, as long as there is no water, that small water body is of great importance to the villagers, because there is scarcity of water. But then one year there was adequate rain, very good rain, unlike this year. Unlike this year in southern India. And all the water bodies within the village was full to the brim with water. There was abundance of water in the village. When there is abundance of water within the village, who will care to walk 7 miles? Will anybody go 7 miles to find the small body of water? Nobody will go. It has lost all its significance. Now think about the plight of the water body 7 kilometers away, which was honored so much previously. Now nobody even thinks about it. It has become absolutely insignificant. This is the example. Until we find moksha, all other goals seem significant. All other goals are like the limited source of water 7 kilometers away. Why this example is so apt? All other purusharthas can give only limited happiness. Only limited happiness. For a while they can keep you happy. And also, the 7 miles signifies that it is not easy to accomplish. Even for getting the limited happiness, you have to struggle a lot. After so much of struggle, one gets a limited happiness. It is true with every other goal than moksha. But in the case of moksha, moksha is not a finite happiness. Moksha is absolute happiness. Eternal happiness. And it is not even as difficult to find moksha, because it is not 7 miles away. It is within. Absolutely proximate. Absolutely close. What is the distance between you and moksha? What is the gap between you and moksha? The Shastra says there is absolutely no gap. Because moksha is your own swarupa. It is your inner intrinsic nature. Therefore, there is no distance in terms of space. Unlike the water body 7 kilometers away, no distance in terms of space. Likewise, no distance in terms of time also. Like if you plant a seed, if you sow a seed, if you have to get fruits, let us say coconut, you plant a coconut plant, so how long do you have to wait to get the fruit? At least 6 or 7 years, if it is a little fast growing. It means there is a distance in terms of time. Kalakrita vyamadhana. A distance in terms of time has to be met with the waiting. You have to wait. But as far as moksha is concerned, there is no kalakrita vyavadhana also in reality. Because it is now and here. It is now and here. Then why it is not available? If it is now and here, why it is not available? In order to avail it, you have come here. The unavailability of moksha is on account of only one thing, only one reason. Avidya, ignorance. It is ignorance. The ignorance causes the distance. There is no distance other than ignorance. There is no distance caused by space, there is no distance caused by time. Then what causes the distance? Only ajnana. Ajnana krita vyavadhan. The distance is only ignorance. When we say attaining something or getting something, what do we mean by getting? In Sanskrit, there is no difference between getting and reaching. Prapti. The word prapti also means getting, and the prapti also means reaching. Desha prapti. Desha prapti means you reach a desha, a place. It is called desha prapti. Dhana prapti. What does dhana prapti mean? You get money, somebody brings and gives you money. You are not going, somebody brings. So, getting money. In English, there is a difference. Dhana prapti means getting money. Desha prapti means arriving at a place, reaching a place. But in Sanskrit, this is all signifies profound philosophy. Even the language signifies the profoundness of the philosophy behind the language. There is no difference between getting and reaching. Both are same. Desha prapti and dhana prapti. Prapti means getting, reaching. So, what is prapti? Let us understand this prapti. What is prapti? Prapti means removal of the gap. Vyavadhana nivrittihi prapti. Removal of the gap between you and the object in front, the goal. It is prapti. Suppose I am going to Delhi. What am I doing going to Delhi or reaching Delhi? What am I doing? I am removing the distance between me and Delhi. Now it is a few thousand kilometers. But I have to bridge the distance, remove the distance between myself and Delhi. When the distance between me and Delhi becomes zero, I can say, I have reached Delhi. The distance has to become zero. Even if the distance is 10, I have not yet reached. What I mean to say is, I am removing the distance between me and Delhi. And for removing the distance, I can employ any method. One is bring Delhi here, which is not possible. I have two ways of removing the distance. One, bring Delhi to me. Bring Delhi here. It is one way. Another way is I should be taken to Delhi. The first one seems difficult, so I am employing the second method. Take me to Delhi. I don't take myself. I give the contract to somebody else, the pilot or the Indian Railways, Jet Airways, or some airways will take Indigo. I am giving the contract to them. You take me to Delhi. That is how the distance is removed. Vyavadhana nivritti is prapti. When the distance is in terms of space, I have to travel. That is how I remove the gap. When the distance is in terms of time, I have to wait. There is waiting involved. So let the phala come. You cannot do anything. Certain trees, certain plants, they yield their result only after certain years. You cannot say, I want it today. It will not happen. So you have to wait and wait and wait. So even for phala, we have to wait. And likewise, those who do business investment, they know very well, they have to wait. Every investment has its own period. Like a share, if you buy the share and sell it after 10 days, there is often a chance of incurring a loss. The stock investment is for a longer period. Keep it for 10 years or 15 years. You have to wait. Sometimes it will go down. Then some people do panic selling and lose money. I don't know, you know better about all these things. So you have to wait. Likewise, certain karmas that we have done in the past. Every karma that we have done has its own time to fructify. Even the karmas have their time for fructification. It will fructify at a given time. Desha kala nimittapekshvatvat karma phalasya. karma phala is dependent on desha, kala and nimitta. So many factors are involved. That is why sometimes even when we do a karma, it doesn't yield phala immediately. That is why some people who do a lot of papa, they seem to be happy. Oh, this person does so many adharma, so many evils, still he seems to be happy. Why? His papa karma is yet not fructified. It is there. One day or the other it will fructify. Let it fructify in its own time. You cannot do anything about it. It will definitely fructify. Nabhuktam kshiyate karma kalpakoti shatairapi. Any karma that we have done does not get exhausted without yielding its result. See, the Newton's law, every action has an equal reaction. Every action has an equal reaction, equal and opposite reaction. It is applicable to the physical world. It is empirically proven in the physical world. And the same thing is true in a metaphysical realm as well. In fact, we don't have to separate them, physical and metaphysical. It is one universe. And some part of it is visible to us, whereas some other realm of the universe is not visible. But the law governing both the physical and metaphysical is same. One is visible to our senses, another is not visible to our senses. So certain actions, they don't give an immediate visible result. They remain in a potential invisible form. That is what we call punya and papa. It is waiting. And it has its own time. At the right time it fructifies. And then we say luck. When something happens, we say luck. Good luck, bad luck. What is this good luck, bad luck? It is nothing but our own karma. What we have done in the past, it is fructifying now. All of a sudden somebody gets a lot of money. What he has done? He has done something in the past. He says it is luck. Luck means he doesn't know the visible factor. There is no visible factor, but there is the invisible factor. So, if there is a kalakrita vyavadhana, if there is a distance in terms of time, one can wait and reach. So, when the waiting gets over, okay, you got it. After a long wait, I got it. What does it mean? Kalakrita vyavadhana is met, removed. It is another type of prapti. Whereas here, in the case of moksha, what you have to remove, there is no deshakrita vyavadhana. You cannot go anywhere and get moksha. It is not go and get. Go and get will not work. Wait and get also will not work. Okay, let me do what I want. Let moksha come at its time. It will not happen. So even wait and get will not work. Then what will work? know and get. It is not go and get. It is not wait and get. It is know and get. Why? Because the distance is avidya. The distance is ignorance. And what removes the ignorance? Knowledge. See, here the distance is removed by jnana. That is why know and get. That is why Shankaracharya says jnanameva praptihi. Knowledge itself is prapti. Avagatireva gatihi. Avagati is gati. Avagati means knowledge. Knowledge is gati, prapti, reaching, getting. So, moksha is within. It is blocked by ignorance. It is hidden by ignorance. Therefore, the way is to get jnana. Now, how does jnana give moksha? If the jnana has to give moksha, my own swarupa has to be moksha. How my swarupa is moksha? Here we should understand, if my swarupa has to be moksha, it has to be free from all limitations. Anything limited cannot be moksha. Because if there is a limitation, I will always seek something. As long as there is limitation, there will be a sense of lacking. I am lacking in something. In fact, that is what happens to all of us in our lives. There is a sense of lacking. I am lacking in this, I am lacking in that. Everybody will have a list of lackings. And this lacking makes us unhappy. As long as there is a sense of lacking, one cannot be happy. I am lacking in this. Everything is there, but still I am lacking in this. Therefore, to be free from the sense of lacking, one has to be free from limitation. Freedom from limitation is moksha. And if it is Atma Swarupa, if freedom from limitation, which is called moksha, is my Swarupa, my nature, then I have to be free from all limitations. Implying that I have to be infinite. I should be infinite. And the Vedanta Shastra is trying to make us understand, you are infinite. And this infinite has a name in Vedanta. What is the name? Brahman. Brahman is the infinite. Brahman is Ananta. He is called Brahman because he is infinite. Brahatvad Brahma. So the Vedanta Shastra is trying to show that you are infinite. If I have to be infinite, I have to be everything. Nothing can exclude me. If something excludes me, then I cannot be infinite. Because what excludes me limits me. Therefore, nothing can be excluded from me. I have to be everything, the substance of everything, the substratum of everything. That is what we call all pervasive. All pervasive does not mean it pervades something, be it being different from the thing. Like, air, space or air pervades this bottle. Air will pervade this bottle, or space will pervade this bottle, being different from the bottle. But when we talk about the all-pervasiveness in Vedanta, we are not talking about an all-pervasiveness with the exclusion of the object. There is an object and there is a Brahman separate from the object, and Brahman pervades the object. We are not talking about that kind of all-pervasiveness. The Vedantic all-pervasiveness means that the substance of any given object, the essence of any given object is nothing but Brahman. In other words, the object does not have any existence other than Brahman. That is the all-pervasiveness we talk about. Sarvam khalvidam Brahma. Everything is Brahman. That is why Brahman is infinite. And who is that infinite? It is your Swarupa. So, this mantra is also talking about the infinite nature of Brahman. Eshah devah pradishodu sarvaha. Eshah devaha. This Deva, the Atma, is a Devaha. Dyotana Devaha. He is effulgent, being consciousness. Therefore, he is called Devaha. Eshaha Devaha. This Deva, this Atma, Sarvaha Pradishaha. He is present in all directions. Brahmaivedam amritam purastat, Brahma paschat, Brahma dakshinataschottarena, adhaschordhvancha prasatam Brahmaivedam vishwamidam varishtham. Brahmaivedam amritam purastat. In the east, there is only Brahman. In the west, there is only Brahman. In all directions, there is only Brahman. Brahman pervades all directions. Purvaha jataha. He is Purvaha jataha. The firstborn, according to the Srishti. In the process of Srishti, the firstborn is called Hiranyagarbha, the first Jiva who manifests during the process of Srishti. So, Hiranyagarbha is Purvaha Jataha, everybody's elder brother. Jeshtaha, So, Purvaha Jataha. Hiranyagarbha is also Brahman. Sa Ugarbhe Antaha. He is present in the Garbha, in the womb, in the form of a fetus. Who is born? Brahman alone is born. Means the Jiva which is born is nothing but Brahman. One who is born in the beginning, the first Jiva who takes birth, is also Brahman. And every Jiva that takes birth today is also Brahman. Implying Jiva Brahmaivana Paraha. There is no other Jiva than Brahman. Sa eva jatasya janishyamanaha. Saha eva jataha. Everything that existed in the past is Brahman. The past. Likewise, future. Can there be anything other than Brahman in future? It is also not possible. In the future also, whatever comes into being will be essentially Brahman only. So, Brahman will never become out of syllabus. There are some religious organizations, they change their syllabus. In America or somewhere, they constructed, they built an institution. So, and someone visited that institution. And then the padri of that institution, the head of the institution, religious institution, he was explaining this building is for this, this building is for that. Then they asked him, then where is the place for God? Then the padri said, we have removed God from our syllabus. So God, a hypothetical God, can go out of syllabus. But when it is a pramana siddha, Brahman is not hypothetical. Brahman is not a speculation. It is not somebody's imagination or dream. It is pramana siddha. It is revealed by the Vedanta pramana and justified by proper reasoning. Therefore, Brahman can never go out of syllabus because it is the only reality. Even in future, if something comes into being, it is none other than Brahman. Sa janishyamanaha pratyanjanastisthati. He is present in everyone as the Pratyagatma. Janan Pratyak, as the innermost self of every being. Brahman is present. Sarvato Mukhaha. He has face everywhere. Sarvataha Mukhaha. Vishwato Mukhaha. Sarvato Mukhaha. Sarvataha Mukhani Asya iti Sarvato Mukhaha. See, I am present here. But do I have face in all directions? I don't have face everywhere. At my back, I don't have a face. Face is only here. This is our limitation. See, if you have to relate to me, You cannot relate to me through my back. You see me from my back and show something. Swamiji, this is I have this book. If you have to relate with me, you have to relate to me only through my face. First of all, my presence is limited, only 6 feet, less than 6 feet. And within that less than 6 feet, only this, how much is the measurement? 12 inch, 10 inch or 12 inch screen. Maybe 12 inch, I think, Dwadashangula, face. This 12 inch screen is the only place where you can relate to me. That is why if somebody asks, send your photo, you will not send a photo of your leg or back or hand. See, this is Swami's photo. You have to send my face only. Even if other parts are not there, face is needed to be called a photo of a person. So, sometimes, even if something is present everywhere, you can relate to that person only through face. Likewise, if you have to relate to Brahman, do you have to relate to Brahman only in a particular region? It is not so. Brahman is everywhere means he is everywhere. And he has his face everywhere means you can relate to Brahman in anything. You can invoke Brahman in anything, in any object. That is why even the auto wala puts a tilaka on the face of his auto. See, every object we find a face of every object, whether it is an auto or a motorcycle. We find a forehead. What does it mean? He sees the face of Brahman in the face of auto. He sees the face of Brahman in the face of motorcycle. He sees the face of Brahman in a stone. That is why we put tilaka to the stone also, indicating that you are recognizing the face of Brahman in the given stone. That is why we put tilaka, we put kunkuma and chandan to some objects also, indicating that we are recognizing Ishvara in the given object. And we are relating to Ishvara through this object. It is a unique concept, a unique phenomenon in our tradition. Everyone cannot understand it, but it is true. Vishwato mukhaha, sarvato mukhaha. This very word sarvato mukhaha, this very word sarvato mukhaha enables all forms of worship. Worshipping Ishvara in any given form, worshipping Ishvara in any given image and any given object, whether you worship him in a stone or in mountain, because he is sarvato mukha. So, next mantra. यो देवो अग्नौ यो अप्सु यो विश्वं भुवनमाविवेश य ओषधीषु यो वनस्पतिषु तस्मै देवाय नमो नमः. If Ishvara is Sarvatomukha, if Ishvara has his faces everywhere in all directions, then you can do Namaskara to the Ishvara in all directions also. So this is a Namaskara. These mantras are told by a mantra drashta. Mantra drashta means a rishi who has received these mantras in the beginning of Srishti. All the Vedic mantras, they were received by various rishis. So the mantra drashta is offering namaskara to all the Ishvara who is present everywhere. Namo Namaha. So yo devaha, the Deva, the Paramatma, Vishwam Bhuvanam Avivesha, he has entered the whole universe. Vishwam Bhuvanam Avivesha. During the Srishti, he has entered the whole universe. Karanasya karye anupraveshaha. The cause enters the effect, as though. Cause enters the effect means cause pervades the effect. It's not that after making it enters. The very fact that it has come from the cause inheres in the effect. Likewise, Paramatma being the cause of everything, he inheres in everything. Vishwam Bhuvanam Avivesha, he has entered the whole universe. Means he is pervading the whole universe as the very essence, as the very substance. Yaha Agnau, Yaha Apsu, he is present in Agni, he is present in water. Yaha Oshadhishu, he is present in the herbs, in the plants. Yaha Vanaspatishu, and he is present in the Vanaspati trees. Tasmai Devaya Namo Namaha. I do my Namaskara. Namo Namaha. The word Namaha is repeated twice to indicate repetition. I offer repeated Namaskara. As Arjuna tells in chapter 11 of Gita, Namah purastadatha prishtataste namostu te sarvata eva sarva. I offer to you Namaskara. I offer Namaskara to you in the front, behind, in all directions. Punascha bhuyopi namo namaste. Repeated Namaskara to Paramatma. Means the mantra drashta is surrendering to the Ishvara, surrendering to the Paramatma. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ.